Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. We have a Division East matchup tonight. Durotan. It's early for me. This is an early cast for me. Durotan's Couch and Reborn's Knights Black. And we're here actually getting started a couple minutes early, so we're going to jump directly into the draft on Infernal Shrines. I'm not showing. There we go. Infernal Shrines. This is a map choice of Durotan's Couch, Reborn Knights Black, instantly banning the Abathur. Let's see who Durotan's Couch decides to take off the board. Actually, while they're thinking about it, because we really didn't have a whole lot of time to vamp in the pregame here, I'm very quickly Rainer taken off the board. Very quickly going to pop up our Division B East standing so we can see where our teams are at. Durotan's Couch, 1 domination, 3 points on the board. Reborn Knights Black. So these teams actually have identical records right now coming in. So trying to claw themselves into playoff contention, as Kael'thas was banned out by the Reborn Knights. Durotan's Couch now with their last ban selection here in the early part of this draft. Going to take away Johanna. Johanna is excellent on Shrines. Best wave clear rotational tank. Very steady Eddie. Gets herself out of trouble with the Iron Skin. And then a first pick Diablo taken by the Reborn Knights. Let's see how the Couch responds. Considering how to respond to the Diablo, who has been so prevalent in the early season in NGS. They're going to go with the Mal'Ganis and Imperius, so it's a lot of displacement from the front line. Now, Mal'Ganis is a hero that toward the end of last season was just kind of popping around and was really all over the place. A lot of teams didn't want to deal with him, but he's kind of fallen off a little bit. Haven't seen too much of him. But a first pick here by Durotan's Couch, taking the Mal'Ganis and our newest hero, Imperius. That is a big, disruptive front line. The Knights respond with the good old Janitor Leoric, best Leoric, only Leoric, and Rabid on Jaina. So the Entomb into the Jaina damage will be a very real threat coming out for the players on the Couch. Who they respond with, I assume some kind of support ban, maybe Anna. She is still out there and available. Nano boosted Jaina can be a problem. Instead, they go ahead and they take Hanzo off the board. Reborn Knights. Lots of different heroes they could ban out, but it is going to be some kind of support or backline, I would imagine. Actually, taking a look at it now, it's going to be Tehran. They don't want the CC chain. That's a really nice ban. I'm going to assume Durotan's Couch did not take out Anna because they have next pick, and that's what they're going to want to play themselves. They were trying to force out that ban from Reborn Knights. Maybe they said, hey, we'll either get Tyrande or Anna, either or. Let's see if I know what I'm talking about or not. Nope, I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's going to be Malfurion and Tychus for the percentage damage. Really burn down that Diablo. Diablo will go down quickly, and then an instant. That was a very quick selection. Maiev and Stukov. So a lot of AoE kind of wombo combo-y type stuff. For the side of Reborn Knights Black, you have Warden's Cage, Lurking Arm, Jaina. All of her stuff seems to be AoE, Ring of Frost and Blizzard, and Entomb coming out by Leoric. On the flip side, do we have a Windblades variant with an Imperius and a Mal'Ganis? I wonder if that's what it's going to be. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. Both sides going with only a single ranged assassin, big frontline, triple melee, solo support, solo backline. Typically in that kind of a team comp, I would prefer the Jaina, and in general, I think the Jaina operates better as the solo ranged. However, if Tychus has the Commandeer Odin available, it turns him into a completely different hero. So I think as these team fights go, if Odin is available, it's going to be advantage to the Couch, and if not, probably advantage to Reborn Knight Black. I know that's really going out on a limb there, saying if one side doesn't have their heroics available, they're at a disadvantage. That is my expert analysis going into Game 1 on Infernal Shrines, Division B East, between the blue team, Durotan's Couch, Captain Wedge on Imperious Suln on Malfurion, Big Egg Roll on Mal'Ganis, Wildcard on Tychus, and Afish on Varian. The red team, Reborn Knights Black, Rabid Penguin on Jaina, Solskito on Stukov, Hooked on Phoenix on Leoric, Crafty Devil on Diablo, and the Pie Maker on Maiev. Crafty Devil on that Diablo, in a game I casted earlier this season, made one of the absolute smoothest, slickest plays on Diablo, escaping with something like 60 health by hellgating over a wall. I thought he was for sure toast, but he was not. He was a Crafty Devil, just as his name would imply. And there he goes onto the Tychus, running from the swipes coming out from Mal'Ganis, besides trading damage, and back into rotation. So Imperious Leoric will be in the top lane. If Leoric does not hit the Drain Hopes on Imperious, he is going to struggle very mightily into that Imperious matchup. And even if he does, it's still a tough matchup for Leoric. We'll go ahead and take a look here at Captain Wedge and Hooked on Phoenix. Oh, thanks for the bits. I appreciate that as the solo duel continues. Hooked on Phoenix hitting those Drain Hopes, so he's in a good place right now. Imperious not quite online yet, so we'll check in here in a few levels, try to give our beloved solo laner some screen time. Already the Couch is on the camp. The invade coming here from Reborn Knights actually forces them off the camp, but Crafty Devil is in trouble. Mal'Ganis body blocking. Shadow Charge actually used as a disengage. Stun still goes on to him, but Crafty Devil still alive, does get away. So an invade from the side of the Reborn Knights quickly turns into a fighting retreat, but neither side able to secure a kill, and immediately back onto the siege camp goes Durotan's Couch, and immediately Crafty Devil thinks about it, changes his mind, and then into the bush he goes. Here come the members of Reborn Knights. Diablo charges in. They do get onto Tychus. Jaina putting her damage down. Double tether goes. Another 4v4. This one, it looks like Durotan's Couch will have to retreat into. Still, nobody has secured this. The most fought over 2-minute camp I think I have ever seen. Reborn Knights Black, second try on the invasion is successful, bullying Durotan's Couch off and taking the camp for themselves. Leoric, now with Neo-Peasants at 4, has assumed double soak duty for the side of Reborn Knights. And the first Punisher will be a Mortar Punisher. It looks like both teams rotating toward the objective. It is going to be a Twin Blades Varian, and he is on the top Bruiser camp. No mirrored movement from the side of Reborn Knights. Nobody has made a move on their own Bruisers. So macro pressure will be on the side of Durotan's Couch for this first objective. Currently they're waiting for Imperious and Varian to make their way over to the objective. They should be finishing off the camp shortly, and they do. Wildcard stepping a little far forward, backs up wisely. Pie Maker sitting in that bush waiting for a big tether. You don't want to check that if you're Tychus, but he does anyway. Both sides are here. Blue camp making its way into the top lane. a pretty big Shrine Monkey lead here for Reborn Knights. If you're Durotan's Couch and you want to take this shrine, you have to bully them off. You need to get them off the point. You cannot trade at this point. There goes Big Egg Rolls on the Mal'Ganis. The Impale onto Leo, but the Blizzard and the Lurking Arm leads to a tactical pause from Captain Wedge. Apparently we are experiencing Lagif for the side of Durotan's Couch. A very unfortunate time for a pause. So sitting at 32 Shrine Monkeys, despite being slightly behind in Soak, Reborn Knights well on their way to securing this first objective. They got a great lead on the objective. If you're not going to grab the bruisers, Canada Internet strikes again. If you're not going to grab the top lane bruisers, that's really what Reborn Knights needed to do. They needed to make sure they secured the objective. It would have definitely put them at a disadvantage to lose the objective and the push in the top lane. So they're on their way to securing that objective. The first Punisher of the game, which is not terribly strong. All right, so hopefully these teams will be ready momentarily. Hopefully we're going to get the game resumed here in a moment. Chat's pretty funny in here. Rabid Penguin, now everyone's favorite penguin. A rabid penguin, I don't know, seems a little scary. Hopefully these guys... Okay, we just got the R. I was just going to ask them. But it looks like we got the R. So we're going to have the countdown. We're going to jump back in game. And here we go. Anybody going down? Big Abel is forced to back up. Tether goes out but does not secure anybody. Both sides retreating low. And no kills. However, Shrine Guardians at 39. This first objective will go to Reborn Knights Black. Still, no kills so far in this game, which has actually been very brawly. That ever-important siege camp that the teams brawled over twice, plus the first objective. However, still no kills. John Cena jumping over the wall onto Big A-Rolls. Piemaker trying to get to him. That might be the first kill, and it is. Piemaker following up on John Cena, able to secure the kill with the help of the Lurking Arm. Mal'Ganis goes down. No, Durotan's Couch picked the map because Reborn Knights Black first picked Diablo. So leveraging an early Immortal into a mid-fort, great results there by Reborn Knights. You typically do not see a fort going down with the first Immortal. Imperius, though, going down in the top lane. Hooked on Imperius, I should have caught that with the solo kill on Captain Wedge playing Imperius in the top lane. There comes Diablo on the rotation, able to catch Wildcard. There's the flip, there's the tether. Wildcard trying to run with it. He is going to be in trouble, and the Blizzard will not secure him. But the Spirit of Maiev will. A nice use of the ability, typically used as a teleport, but able to actually use it to secure the kill onto Tychus, and then another camp invade coming out by Reborn Knights. Looks like they're going to rotate into the bottom lane, push with these mercs, while Durotan's Couch has to respond to that mid lane pressure. The Yorick still on the top, soaking about a full level lead here for the Reborn Knights, pressuring this map, both mid and bottom. 4v3 as Varian is dealing with the pressure mid. However, Reborn Knights opting not to press in, not to press their luck. They rotate away, see if they can catch either Varian or Imperius, doing a real nice job staying out of vision. Two-man gank squad here in the mid lane with Maiev and Diablo. However, the rest of the members of Reborn Knights now rotating onto the Siege Giants. Yes? No? And the Bruisers in the top lane. Heroics for the side of Reborn Knights. We have Lightning Breath, Warden's Cage, Ring of Frost, Flailing Swipe, and Entomb. No big surprises there. Level 10s should be up for Durotan's Couch before the next objective, which will be in the bottom lane. Actually, with that objective being in the bottom lane, I'm a little surprised that Reborn Knights didn't try to push in a little bit harder with the mercenary camp and maybe get rid of that fountain. They have already taken out this bruiser camp, holding on to the cap for just a moment so that way they get the push both mid and top while the couch is on objective. Mal'Ganis there by himself. They actually have caught Diablo. He was stunned, he was slept. He doesn't get caught in the root, but Rabid does on Jaina, and on his way out the door lays a huge Ring of Frost Blizzard combination. Almost takes out Wildcard, but the heals from Mouth keep him up for now. There he goes. Carrion Swarm keeping Malfurion up, so a 1-4-1 and a little bit of a ragged skirmish. And now teams will flash onto the point for a 4v4. Varian in the mid lane taking care of Merc pressure one more time. All members of both teams have now spawned and are on their way, but not here yet. The couch actually taking a 4v3. There's the Entomb onto Mouth. The Lurking Arm on top of it, not quite centered. Nobody going down yet, but Mouth is oh so low. He gets tethered and finally brought down. Captain Wedge landing the Imperius onto Jaina, unable to secure the kill. Jaina with the return damage does pick up the kill on the Varian. Imperius shortly after Durotan's Couch is going to have to run for the hills. I do not think Big Egg Wolf is getting out of this. And no. Wildcard will. Last man standing for the side of Durotan's Couch, but Mal'Ganis goes down a 4-4-0 in favor of Reborn Knights, working on over a full level lead. Frozen Punisher going to be barreling down the bottom lane. This fort is going to be forfeit, and let's see how far the Reborn Knights want to push what is going to be a very strong Frozen Punisher pushing on to keep with talent tier advantage. So Leoric is in the top lane dealing with the Bruisers. Imperius is in mid lane trying to maximize the soak. That leaves us a 4-on-1. But let's see how hard Reborn Knights go in. Are they going to follow up? There's the jump onto Tychus. That's not really the target you want. The Lurking Arm a bit late, does catch him, but barely. Piemaker not able to get the tether on Tychus. Instead gets it on Varian, who is going hard, but a Flailing Swipe combined with the Overpower able to peel Varian off of Maiev. And then we have Nap Time in the backline. Big Egg Rolls being annoying. In the meantime, the rest of the team trying to take down John Cena. It looks like the side of Durotan's Couch will only lose the front wall, so a pretty solid defense for the side of the Couch, able to keep their keep up. And for the third time this game, Reborn Knights taking this Siege Giant camp, which I am declaring it to be theirs now. That is no longer Blue's camp, that is the Reborn Knights Black camp. So macro pressure pretty much this whole game really been strongly in favor of Reborn Knights Black. They've had more Merc pressure, more siege damage, manipulating the map a little bit better. Of course, when you're up 8 kills to 1, that is a little bit easier to do. They may have caught Varian though. Here goes Leoric, there goes the Entomb, there goes the stun, there goes the Lurking Arm, there goes Varian. Ring of Frost on the countering cage, doesn't catch anybody. Rabid running away, is able to get out safely. Wildcard now in the same boat. Q from Jaina doesn't quite hit. Malfurion doing everything he can to keep his teammate alive. Mal'Ganis stunned, overpowered, walking away slowly but alive. Malfurion finally decides better to pop the heals than let his team go down. And I don't think I ever actually went over the heroics for the side of Durotan's Couch. Let's go ahead and do that. We have the Divine... Nope, wrong one. Angelic Armaments, thank you. Angelic Armaments for Imperious Carrion Swarm for Mal'Ganis. That is actually Warbringer, not Shield Wall for Varian. Tranquility for Malfurion. And Commandeer Odin for Tychus. It looks like they're trying to get Imperious. Captain Wedge saw the rotation or felt it coming. Maybe something smelled funny. Able to safely retreat behind his own walls. Durotan's Couch is going to want to soak safely here till 16. Reborn Knights, knowing they have level 16 advantage, they are going to invade. They try to catch Captain Wedge. He does get under his own wall, or under his own fort, I should say. And this Bruiser Camp will go over to the Reborn Knights. No contest from the Couch, and that's a wise move. Although, here they come. This is a 14-16. I'm surprised Durotan's Couch is giving this up. Varian goes down. Big Egg Rolls in trouble. Tychus wailing on the Diablo, but not able to do much more than that. A nice lawn laid out by Malfurion to keep Hooked on Phoenix away. But I think that was a mistake by Durotan's Couch. You really don't want to stumble into a 14-16 there. You knew that the Reborn Knights were up there. Probably should have been on the bottom part of the map, maybe pressing out top lane, getting as much soak as possible, because that is going to functionally lead to forcing the Couch to either contest this down a talent tier or concede another objective. And both of those are really bad choices. Looks like Durotan's Couch is going to concede the objective. They're trying to get value in the bottom lane, pushing the bottom lane as much as they can. Twin Blade Varian going to take their own siege camp for the first time this game. Imperious is in the top, doing what he can to clear out the pressure. And Arcane Punisher number 3, secured by the Reborn Knights. They will begin their assault on the mid lane keep. Yorick is not here, neither is Imperious. Looking like we're going to have a 4v4. Level 16s, though, now on board for Durotan's Couch, so at least they will have same talent here. There's the tether. They do get the pull, and the lurking arm, able to finishing the job, combining with John Cena, who actually landed the killing blow. Reborn Knights Black is doing a really nice job of following up on John Cena, who comes from the top rope to land on Imperious. The Ring of Frost set up by the Punisher. Down he goes. This keep is looking like it will not be around much longer. Warden's Cage still online. But Durotan's Couch, they're not stepping back. They're doing everything they can. Fighting back hard to keep this keep up. And they will. If they're able to keep all of their keeps up and active, that would be a huge, huge win for them. And they are, despite losing 2 members in that team fight. Once again, Reborn Knights rotating to all the camps, painting the battlefield red. 12 kills to 1. No defensive structures destroyed by Durotan's Couch. Reborn Knights here is really in control of this game. I kind of want to see Durotan's Couch get aggressive here. The Orc is coming down. Durotan's Couch is here, but they're a little bit staggered. Now they have arrived. Rabbit's a little far out. He might be in trouble. Great play by Solskito. He saw what I saw, that Rabbit was a little bit far forward. That was looking kind of dicey, and he threw out the flailing swipe. That's it seems like a small play, but if Rabbit gets picked there, that's a pretty big momentum swing, and at this point in the game, a long death time. So it looks like Durotan's Couch here is a little bit indecisive, not quite sure where they're going to try to get value on this map. Imperious is in the top lane. I really like this play by Reborn Knights. They want to step in. They want to finish this keep up, maybe get an entomb onto Imperious, and that's what they're going to do. He is charged, flipped. He does impale himself through the Entomb before the Lurking Armor arrives, but the Umbral Bind from Maiev will make it all for naught. Wedge going down in the top lane, as does the top lane fort. I imagine Reborn Knights will launch another invasion of the mercenary camps, and here they go. So the Knights really in the driver's seat here. They have controlled this game cover to cover, not looking back at all. 13 kills to but 1 for the side of Durotan's Couch. The Yorick pushing in the top lane with the Mercs. The rest of his teammates at least showing a push. And now here they go. Buried Alive, I assume, was selected by the Yorick, and it was. That is such a huge, huge power spike for him. Really allows that Entomb to work on anybody. Playmaker does get caught out a little bit, uses Vault of the Wardens, and while he was distracting, Rabbit stepped up pretty far forward, shot an Ice Lance to finish the keep. So mid-keep going down directly as the final, well, what could be, final objective is popping here in the bottom lane, a Frozen Punisher. Imperius is not here. The members of Durotan Couch, they cannot take this 5v4, but they're posturing to do so. Odin is popped pretty early. Diablo being a nuisance. The Umbral Bind goes out, as does the Warden's Cage, as does the Ring of Frost. Malfurion is dead. Tychus is dead. Imperius is going to fall next. Flailing Swipe, keeping himself up, does Stukov. Varian goes down. This is going to be the beginning of the end for Durotan's Couch. Imperius going down. Egg Rolls going down as well. And this should be a fitting end to Game 1. The ace for Reborn's Knights, Black, now taking the victory march down the mid lane on their way to securing what will be a Game 1 victory in a commanding performance here by Reborn Knights. They, I casted their opening series this season, and this looks like a different team. They look really, really good here against Durotan's Couch. 18 kills to 1. Really controlled that game, absolutely cover to cover. There's the stats for anybody who wants to see them. Really balanced damage actually coming out for the side of the Reborn Knights. About 30 to 40k for everybody but the supports. The kills were pretty well balanced as well. All right, so now we gotta wait for Durotan's Couch to regroup just a little bit. They have to decide if they want to take map pick or first pick for game number 2. So just waiting for players to decide that. Whoa, that was lickety split. I'm already getting the lobby invite. I was going to put the BRB screen back up, but not so much. So it looks like Durotan's Couch opted for map pick because we are going to Volskaya Foundry for game number 2. Choice of the Couch. So I'm curious what kind of conversation is going on right now in the comms for Durotan's Couch. Is that just kind of one of those games you felt like got away from you? Did you feel like you were out drafted? Because they really seem to struggle into all of the CC, the Diablo, the Maiev, the Entomb, and Jaina had so much room to operate. She was very rarely under threat that game, and if she was under threat, it was mostly because Rabin was very aggressive in his positioning. But other than that, he really had a lot of space to operate, was on point with those Ring of Frosts. So Rabin looking good there in that game too. Well, game 1, I should say. All right, so let's see if there's any adjustments that these teams make between games. Was there something they saw in game 1 that they absolutely don't want to see in game 2? Whoops, I have the wrong winner up. Somebody tell me that. Oh my goodness. There we go. Does Durotan's Couch have some kind of super secret pocket strategy that they're going to use here on Volskaya Foundry? Garrosh being banned out by RKB. And here's where we might see adjustments. Is it going to be the Maiev? Yes, it is. So no Maiev coming out. Maiev is one of those heroes, when she is played well, Abathur banned out by RKB. Maiev is one of those heroes that when played well is so dominant and so impactful. Kind of a carry type hero. There aren't too many of those. In Heroes of the Storm, Maiev is certainly one of them. And the Knights kind of flexed that a little bit in game 1. Was played very well. And we will not see it the rest of the way, nor will we see Diablo. So first pick coming out by Reborn Knights. Are we going to see a noob or Jaina? No. Going to get Rabid back on that Jaina. Played very well with Jaina in game 1. She doesn't give anything away either. Fits into all kinds of different compositions. Wave clear. So a nice, solid, safe pick for the Knights. Once again, going with the Mal'Ganis, really putting a high priority on it, and this time Deckard Cain. So that is a lot of CC for the Couch. A lot of possibility for nap times with the stay a while and listen if they choose to go that way, plus Mal'Ganis's sleep ability. The response from Reborn Knights Black, Thrall, and Malfurion. I wonder if we're going to see a Zeratul come out here for Reborn Knight. I see a Twilight Dream, Ring of Frost, VP combination as a possibility for the Knights here. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a Zeratul ban. Instead, it's going to be Johanna. I'm not sure if Reborn Knights play Zera, but if they do, this game is, right now, depending on Durotan's Couch next to picks, Imperius, banned by the Knights. Depending on what Durotan's Couch does with these 2 picks, a Zeratul kind of looks good. If I'm the guy that's making those decisions for the side of Reborn Knights Black. So Mephisto and Rexxar, and this is a trend I am seeing a lot of in games that I've been casting, and that is Rexxar. He is fantastic. Rexxar and Misha on the point on Volskaya Foundry. And for the second game in a row by Durotan's Couch, a big front line or some kind of ranged carry to hide behind. And it's going to be Stitch's Falstad. I would not have picked that in a very long time. I think it's going to be tough for Stitches to get the hooks that he wants in this particular comp. Deckard is not a great target, and Mal'Ganis, Mephisto, and Rexxar aren't great targets either. Although I will say, with Mephisto, when he uses his teleport, Stitches will always know when he's going to teleport back, so you can kind of telegraph a hook in that direction. And now a Genji, so, I mean, I know Genji is a ranged assassin, but he's not a typical ranged assassin, not typically the kind you see in that ranged carry slot. Falstad is going to be under a lot of pressure. I think the Pie Maker is going to have a lot of trouble finding space to operate. Stitches and Thrall are going to have their hands full trying to hold back a big front line. Misha, Mephisto, Mal'Ganis, the slows and the CC from Deckard Cain. And if it's played right and goes to plan, after those guys soften them up, that's when you're going to see the Genji Swift strike in and hopefully finish the job. And if you're Durotan's Couch, that's, I assume, what the game plan is. Soften them up so Wedge can get the highlight reel play, securing those kills. For the side of Durotan's Couch, trying to force a Game 3, Captain Wedge on Genji, Wildcard on Rexxar, Big Egg Roll on Mal'Ganis, Solm on Deckard Cain, and Afish, or Afish, question mark, on Mephisto. Reborn Knights Black, hooked on Phoenix, playing Thrall. Solskito on Malfurion, Rabid Penguin back on Jaina, Crafty Devil on Stitches, and the Pie Maker on Falstad. I haven't seen a Falstad in an NGS game this season. I used to love playing me some Falstad. The first time I ever made it into Plat, it was basically on the back of Falstad, so really going to have some fun watching that hero get back into it a little bit. Nice poke damage going out. And that actually is the exact play that I was talking about. Great play by Crafty Devil and Reborn Knights. They waited for Mephisto to teleport, and then as soon as he teleported back, the hook was on point. The root was there waiting for him. Rabid dropped all the damage. And really a fantastic play for First Blood for Reborn Knights. That was what I highlighted, that specific interaction as we went into draft. Misha taking a beating. Now, Durotan's Couch almost got a counter kill on both Falstad and Jaina as they were both very low, but able to limp away. Despite that, really no advantage gained in rotation or XP. Still very even in that regard, but a highlight reel play for sure. Timing the hook perfectly. As soon as Mephisto teleported back, the hook was there waiting for him. Both sides showing map awareness, prioritizing the turrets. Well, Sky Foundry really is all about the turrets and the biotic emitter. We're all still in the top lane. Reborn Knights again showing they're thinking about invading the turret camp. But Durotan's Couch responded in force, had absolutely none of that, and a great response by the Knights. Rotate up on the biotic emitter, getting value somewhere else on the map. By the time the Couch is here to sniff it out, they will not be there to stop it. Once again, Crafty Devil just missed that time. He was waiting for it. Mephisto needs to be very careful this game where his return teleport locations are. You need to make sure it's in amongst some minions or your teammates, so that way Crafty Devil isn't there with a hook waiting for you on the other side. So one turret for each squad. The biotic emitter on the side of the Reborn Knights. Both sides rotating to the siege giants in the top lane, or not siege giants, the siege camp in the top lane. Both camps will be picked up at approximately the same time here, and then we will proceed to point A for the first objective of Game 2.
Terminal online. Take control of it to pilot the mech.
So Reborn Knights arrive here first. Members of Durotan's Couch are actually in the off lanes, maximizing soak as much as they can. It's just Genji here throwing out a little harassment in the early going. In the bottom lane, Rexxar and Misha trying to do a two-man gank squad, but hooked on Phoenix having none of that. One of the interactions you want to watch here on this first objective point in particular is this bottom treadmill here allows a very quick, hard flank from the bottom lane. And I have seen a number of teams caught off guard by that with either flanking Imperius or some kind of hard-hitting offlaner hitting the soft spot of their comp. The hook does land onto Misha. The root is there as follow-up. Blizzard coming in as well. Rabin not able to maximize that damage. Wildcard does get away. Turret going down for the side of Reborn Knights. Genji getting a big deflect. Mal'Ganis going in deep. Misha gonna go down. Durotan's couch looks like they're getting the losing end of this. Wedge does not deploy the turret, so small victories. Both of the items for the side of Reborn Knights had to be used, while Genji held on to the turret. Death timers are low enough at this point in the game. The Durotan's couch will probably get one more crack at this. Nice heads-up play by the Knights to go reacquire another turret. If they're going to try to contest this, they need to do it soon. They are making their way down here. However, the point is already at 93%, 95%. And there it is. Misha on the point to force overtime. Falstad a hair late, but otherwise it's a 5-on-5. Lots of CC going down. Thrall is in trouble, doing his best to keep himself alive on Misha, and he's successful momentarily. Wedge, drop the turret. Wedge, you need to drop the turret, and he finally does before staying alive with less than 100 health. A very huge brawly fight as the hook lands on to Mal'Ganis. But at this time, it is Durotan's couch that is left standing on the point when all is said and done. A really great initiation onto the Thrall to open up the fight. However, Wildcard hit by a max distance hook, and he is not getting out of this one. Wedge going on to the Jaina. Jaina walking around slowly to her teammates, and I think Durotan's couch is going to have to give this up. I don't think you fight this 5v4, but they're still here trying to use that turret as a fifth member. Stitches is so low. Genji going in, hitting the protect button, and they get it. 5v4, they are able to get the first kill. A 1-for-1. Thrall is very low, as is Mal'Ganis. Great peels by the Deckard Cain. This is double overtime, but Durotan's couch will not be able to hold on. Root does land onto Mephisto. Teleports in and back out, and down he goes. Is Misha going to get in here in time? No. So for just a second, it looked like Durotan's couch was going to pull out the unexpected and win a 5v4 on the point. They ended up trading out 1-for-1, but they were just too low to hold the point after that. And level 10s online from Reborn Knights again first. And it is going to be, is that Gorge? It is Gorge from Stitches, Twilight Dream from Malfurion, Water Elemental from Jaina, Mighty Gust from Falstad, and Sunder from Thrall. So they're trying hard to keep this fountain up. The Sunder does catch a very low Genji, forced to swift strike away. However, the hook does land, walking away. 10 seconds left on the Rock'em Sock'em robot. Durotan's couch is very close to their own 10s, but not quite yet. Stitches eats the sun, and then the nap from Mal'Ganis, being very aggressive on the backline. Stitches so low they can't quite get him yet, and they do. The kill on the Stitches also secures level 10s. Now Durotan's couch, they're getting aggressive. Wedge goes in, does not able to hit the X-Strike on the Jaina. Protect keeps him up for now. I don't think Durotan's couch can win this. Thrall is going to take down Rexar. And I think that was just a matter of Durotan's couch maybe overstaying their advantage. Maybe if they would have backed up after that first kill, instead traded it out for 2 more. So it's going to be X-Strike for Genji. Is that release the boars? Unleash the boars. For Rexar, I don't know, Mephisto. I consume souls for Mephisto, Lornado for Deckard Cain, and Carrion Swarm for Mal. So both Game 1 and Game 2, the Reborn Knights have really been all over the Merc camps and the turrets. Rexar is alone on this bottom lane turret. I'm curious if they're going to invade. There are enough members of Durotan's couch showing that maybe they could if they chose to, but not. Each side securing the turret. Both sides trying to safely soak as they prep for the second objective of the game. Worth noting, with the first Triglav Protector, hook just misses on the Genji. With the first Triglav Protector, Reborn Knights Black was able to destroy the top lane fountain. So that will not be available for the couch for the second objective. This time a Gorge onto Mephisto. Mal'Ganis is there to save him and keep him up. Gust to keep up Stitches, who was in trouble. That was maybe bit off a little more than he could chew. Unintended. Stitches did hook, lands on Mal'Ganis, pops the Carrion Swarm to keep himself up, and nobody will go down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Genji getting some good value, getting some nice offlane soak, pushing that in. Now here comes the rotation. They're going to try to catch Genji. Wedge does rotate away fast enough to not be in any real danger. I'm looking at these cooldown timers on Heroics, and I think pretty much everybody will be up except for Carrion Swarm on the Mal'Ganis. So same talent here for both teams. While Reborn Knights Red is still up, there's an ambush here. Misha comes in on the backside. They get Falstad, and he is in trouble, and he is down. Falstad goes down very quickly. Captain Wedge Swift strikes actually aggressively. Misha is on Rabin. Misha's going to go, or Jaina's going to go down too, despite Thrall trying to come in with the Sundering. So a great call there by Durotan's Couch, setting up the ambush on the rotation, able to get 2 kills. They don't secure the turret that was dropped by Jaina, but still, that was the best moment we've seen from Durotan's Couch in the first 2 games here so far. They are on the point, and now they will start channeling upward. Jaina not going to be around for another 5 seconds or so. And then these teams will clash. Great call here by Reborn Knights, securing the biotic emitter in the meantime while Jaina makes her way down here, or up here. So 2 biotic emitters, 1 turret, and fountain advantage for Reborn Knights. Only 1 turret for Durotan's Couch. Misha is also very low, not quite able to finish her off. She will heal up pretty quick. She picks up the Gatorade as well. Turret dropped early by the side of the Knights. There goes Misha onto Falstad again. And I said it coming out of draft, Falstad is going to have a hard time, and they have absolutely honed in on him. Misha going straight to stun the Falstad. The Genjo follow-up is almost immediate, though the... Oh, the Hungering Wolf from Thrall able to finish off the Genji, and then Rexxar finishing off Jaina. So, signs of life from Durotan's Couch, figuring out that they really got to target that Falstad. That's 2 engagements now that they have absolutely locked in on him there. So, if you're Pie Maker on the Falstad, you really want to make sure you play further back, play safely, because that Misha has eyes only for you, my friend. Speaking of Pie Maker, there he is, flying and pumping the damage into the Triglav. Stun goes on to Thrall. Triglav Protector actually not trying to do any teamfighty damage, really focusing on the structures, and I don't think they're going to get this, and this Triglav is going to go down. They may have overstayed. Hook misses. Misha goes in to put the stun on the Thrall. They briefly thought about a re-engagement onto the Thrall, but thought better of it. So that's the first objective we've seen either of these games secured by Durotan's Couch. I don't think they got as much value out of it as they really would have liked, but does put this game on much more even footing. Before that, Reborn Knights were really controlling this game, and are they going to get a Mephisto here? They're angling on it. Crafty Devil's looking for the hook. Affish moving around, making himself a tough target. Well played there. So early Merc camp in the top lane. Durotan's Couch securing their turret. Reborn Knights, I'm sure, will rotate to clear out that camp. And I love this call. So Reborn Knights is rotating to the top lane. Durotan's Couch knows that. You want to step in and target the healing fountain. Burn through that top tower and get that healing fountain prep for this next wave. That's what they're doing. Wedge vaults over the wall. They get the turret and the tower. Fantastic macro play there by Durotan's Couch. That was really nice map manipulation there. And for the first time in either set, the objective advantage will actually be on the side of Durotan's couch with that fountain down. Now they're going to rotate onto Falstad. Falstad is going to take down this fountain, barrel rolls away, and now will fly from the safety of the bush. Wedge almost caught him. Now, if he was hearthing there... Hi, baby. If he was hearthing in that bush, Falstad would have been in trouble. But he didn't. Hook lands onto Genji, who instantly swift strikes away just ahead of the root. A huge CC combo on the backside. Both teams really going to town. More NATO peeling the members of Reborn Knights away and securing a kill on Malfurion. Genji going deep, trades out with Jaina, but that is still a 3-4-1, 4-4-1. Crafty Devil now trying to get away. He will pick up the turret on the way out. 4 kills in favor of none. Crafty Devil trying to get a cheeky hook and pull somebody into fort range. But not able to do so.
I'm getting another terminal ready for you.
Durotan's couch now 11 kills to 11 kills, roaring back in game 2. They do have the biotic emitter. No other items. Reborn Knights black sitting on a turret. No other items. Now you gotta be careful of a hook gorge here. No, never mind. Gorge is not up yet. I thought Crafty Devil was going to be a Crafty Devil and try to hook somebody in a rotation and gorge them behind that wall. But not quite available yet. Nice job of getting down here as soon as possible if you're Durotan's couch, getting the percentage points building up. And now let's see what Reborn Knights does. They're going to secure their turrets. I wonder, will they get the camp as well to push in the top lane, or are they going to come straight down to the bottom? Setting up the Gatorades ahead of time is Deckard Payne. Here we go. Now don't fight under the turrets. That's what I was worried about right there. So Mephisto gets gorged and destroyed. There wasn't really a good reason for Durotan's couch to have been so far forward. They could have been fighting much further away, and they kind of just surrendered all of that momentum with a 40-plus second death timer. I don't think Mephisto will be up in time to secure this. So Durotan's couch, they're going to grab their turrets. I imagine they'll rotate away to get some off-lane pressure. Go ahead and grab their siege camp in the top lane as well. So on the plus side, if you're Durotan's couch, actually they may be able to get down here in time to contest. Mephisto up in 3 seconds. I don't think so. I think this will be up. Unless they really stick their nose in and kind of wait for Mephisto to arrive. And they're posturing in that direction. They're going to try to probably put Nisha on the point. It's too late. Just a hair too late. They were thinking about it, and we're kind of edging in that direction, but not quite able to get there time. So while this Triglav is pushing here and Misha sacrificing herself falls to the Reborn Knights, the top camp will almost definitely destroy the top fort of Reborn Knights. However, this Triglav, this deep into the game, is going to be an absolute beast. Hook does not hit on Mephisto. Triglav does. Fort going down. Swift strike onto Thrall. He is very low. There's the Consume Souls. Is it enough? And it is. Nice job by the side of Durotan's couch. And this is the... Is that the permaproc on the Consume Souls? So this could be even more. A great defense. And after the draft, I said it was going to be on the other members to set up the kills and Genji to secure them. No, Mongoose, you don't know what you're talking about. We're going to let Genji go in deep, chunk down that Thrall, and then we're going to use Consume Souls to finish him off. Falstad might be in trouble. Piemaker feels the rotation coming, is able to escape safely. I want to see some camp invasion, something for Durotan's couch. They need to maximize those 3 kills. Maybe they're going to push in this top lane, target keep. About 15 seconds left or so, 20 seconds before Reborn Knights will have their full team up to defend this. They should get, at minimum, top wall. The other choice that Durotan's Couch could have made is the next objective will be mid. They could have opted to take down that mid fort and prep for the next objective. Hook does not hit. Now both teams are very close to each other. You could have something break out here. Misha going to go down. And Durotan's Couch had dreams of invading this turret camp, but with Misha not on the battlefield anymore, they will not do so. Ditches is fishing around for a hook. So 2 biotic emitters and a turret for the side of Durotan's Couch. Only a single turret for Reborn Knights. The Couch now rotating onto their top cruiser camp here. I'd like to see them hold this until the point pops. So let's see if they do that, or they're just going to go ahead. Nope, just going to go ahead and grab it. They are using Misha as a ward. They are really sticking her way out there. And a lot of cooldowns actually being expended on her. So the calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as this next objective pops, we are going to have fireworks. And this next 5-on-5 team fight could very easily decide the game. This Triglav Protector could very easily decide the game. And as dominant as Reborn Knights was in Game 1, is as close as this game has been here in Game 2. Here we go. Misha taking on the whole team by herself. She's got that fighting spirit. And Misha has been a factor. She's been really aggravating. They've used a set now. The hook on the Mal'Ganis and the Gorge. Misha to stun for the peels. Will Mal'Ganis get out alive? No! They get him just close enough. The Twilight Dream, the Sunder, and down he goes. And that's the second time we have seen Reborn Knights. They just a max range hook on Genji is able to swift strike away. That's the second time we've seen them stay just close enough to their walls to get a hook, a wedge, get out of their wedge, and get a hook gorge over the wall and secure a very timely pick. Now, this time I think Mal'Ganis will be up in time for the Couch to once more contest this, but it's going to be close, and they have to get here earlier. 30 seconds left till he's up, 30% on the point. Genji has dreams of a one-man pick on Falstad or Jaina here, perhaps. Wedge in a very aggressive positioning here. And there he goes, onto the Pie Maker, doesn't able to do much more than that. However, Malf and Jaina coming, I don't think Wedge realizes how much trouble he's in. Thrall on the way too. Welly goes out, he is slowed, rooted, and down he goes. Any chance of, well, actually in the off lane, they capitalized by retaking this point back at least momentarily. But they're not going to be able to hold this for very long. Reborn Knights securing the biotic emitter, taking their time. Hook does not land. Misha out there taking on the whole team by herself again. Down she goes. And Durotan's Couch wisely retreats off the point. And now they will have to... Hook does not land, so Reborn Knights actually posturing for a turret? No. I think they were just going to see if they could get a cheeky hook with Gorge up one more time. This is the Triglav Protectors at this point in the game hit like a truck. They are so powerful. Team fighting in particular, you absolutely can't underestimate the damage and the lockdown that they provide. So if this game is still going here in 2 to 3 minutes or so, that means Durotan's Couch has done something right. Hook does not land. Assault begins on the bottom peak. Big Eggroll's in trouble, is able to proc Carrion Swarm. The Sunder did not keep him out of it. Triglav Protector still at like 60% health. Keep has fallen. All members of the couch here to defend. Mephisto caught in the root and then hooked. He does teleport away. He's coming back, though. They know they're going hard in on this to try to keep him up. Genji went on to Jaina. The ice block kept Jaina up for now. A desperate defense for Durotan's couch. Mephisto, Mal'Ganis both fall, as does Thrall, as does Jaina. Misha getting her claws on it. But with 45 seconds left on this Triglav Protector, Reborn Knights going to secure the 2-0 domination and a much, much closer Game 2. But they are victorious nonetheless. A really great showing in Game 2 from Durotan's couch. That game 100% could have gone either way. I think really the difference in those games was twice a member of the couch got a little too far forward and got close enough for the Gorge and then to bring them over the wall. And those picks with the 40, 50-second death timers at that point in the game were just too much to overcome. And they were right before what were critical fights over the Triglav Protector. The first one they were able to overcome with a really great defense in the bottom lane, but the second time, not so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take... normally I would take an interview, but we're actually going to try to squeeze in one more cast. It's going to start up here in about 30 minutes or so. So hang tight. I got to switch up my overlays and eat something very quickly. Hopefully we're going to come back with 10 armor versus... It'll be Division B West. Armor versus Off-Brand Stereo, scheduled to start here in about 30 minutes. So hang out for that. We'll be back.